Houston Mayor Annise Parker has agreed to sit down with the hosts of the Fox 26 Sunday political segments discussing issues affecting you and the city.
And get this, no topic is off limits. You gotta like that, including the current controversy sweeping the country, pastors' sermons being subpoenaed. Sally McDonald joins us live from Wheezy's Table Restaurant with the latest. Good morning, Sally.
Good morning, Melissa and Tom. Yeah, this breakfast just wrapped up, so you can see people kind of up and mingling and headed on their way. But just a little bit ago, more than 100 people were packed into this room, business leaders, law enforcement officers, elected leaders, all of them to hear from Mayor Parker over breakfast about key issues affecting the city and the quality of life here. Leading the discussion was our legal analyst, our Fox 26 legal analyst, Chris Tritico, our news analyst, Mustafa Tamiz, and public policy analyst, Jackie Bally. They're the different voices who make up our Sunday morning political show that airs within our newscast every Sunday morning. Variety of topics discussed here this morning, including one that's gotten national attention this week, and that's the city subpoenas of pastors' sermons as the city responds to this lawsuit filed by opponents of Houston's equal rights ordinance. Mayor Parker conceding today that the subpoena issued was too broad. Here's her very candid response.
But the goal was not to determine whether they said tacky things about me and said I was going to hell or anything like that, despite what you may have heard on Fox News. It was about whether they gave specific instructions around the petition process, because that's the subject of the litigation.
Now, she did add that this subpoena will still be issued, but that they will be modified. Joining me now is our legal analyst, Chris Tritico, to talk a little bit more about this specific issue. You heard the mayor say that this was too broad. Is the city within its rights to issue subpoenas like this?
Well, they're certainly within their rights to issue subpoenas when the city's involved in litigation. The city was sued by these people, so the city has a right to learn through the discovery process certain things, and this is one of them. The question is can you legally subpoena a minister's sermon, and does that violate the First Amendment's religious protections? Once that sermon has already been said publicly, it's probably not protected anymore, but I think the city's doing the right thing in clarifying the subpoena.
Because ultimately, Chris, opponents are really looking to see whether the city incorrectly threw out their petition when they gathered these more than 50,000 signatures. The city invalidated that petition, saying they could not validate all of the signatures, and that's really what the opponents are upset about here. And so you're saying that it's in the city's right to gather information regarding how they got these signatures.
Right, but the question is how does a sermon affect whether or not the city improperly invalidated these petitions? And so I'm not really sure the relevance of it, and that's probably why the mayor and Dave Feldman, the city attorney, said let's just clarify this, limit its scope a little bit, and see if we can get past this bump.
And now opponents and the folks who have filed this original lawsuit, they still want to quash the subpoenas even though they're going to be modified.
Well, and we'll see what happens. Once you modify it, then the judge will rule on the new subpoena. Right now, he probably would have quashed it because the city's conceding that it was overly broad. Once they modify it, now the judge has got to look at the new subpoena and say, is this still too broad? And once it's clarified, I think the plaintiffs have a harder time saying this is too broad.
All right, Chris Tritico, thanks so much. It was a really interesting discussion in here with the mayor. Audience members got to ask questions as well. Mayor Parker, guys, has about a year left on her term. She is term limited. She did not address exactly what she will be doing in the future, whether she plans to seek another office. She did mention, though, that she would love to see Hillary Clinton run for president, and there has been speculation that she may accept a cabinet position with her if that indeed becomes the case. For now, we're live in the Galleria. I'm Sally McDonald. Melissa and Tom will send it back to you.
A lot of questions answered this morning. All right.
Thanks, Sally.